All right, we are back with Miss Jack. She does not have any contraindications of like a knee replacement or hip replacement, so she is safe to use ladder barrel. Okay with hands-on adjustments?
Yes.
Of course, great. So we're gonna go into ballet stretches first. We will have her line up with one of her feet being against the bottom edge here of the ladder rung. The other leg is going to externally rotate out as she has her toes externally rotated as well. Swing the leg over the barrel and find her foot resting on the apex of the barrel, making sure that she's continuing that neutral spine. Her arms are just long down by her side to start. She's got a nice plumb line. Cervical spine is in check. Abdominals are working in order to hold herself in this position. Okay, go ahead and place your hands on the barrel. And then keeping a nice flat back and neutral spine, go ahead and flex the elbows to lower yourself kind of like an all one motion towards the body to find a little bit of stretch here in the glutes and in the hips. And then we'll rise back up. Now you can also move the whole body in towards her leg that's on top of the barrel. So let's do that this time. We'll inhale to prepare. Exhale, go ahead and bring the whole body just sort of forward here to find a little bit more flexion. Beautiful. And then we'll stand it back up. And one more time, go ahead and walk those hands all the way down. Finding a little flexion here in the hip rotators and then also in the glutes. Beautiful. And we'll go ahead and dismount that leg by taking that around. Thank you. And back to standing. Wonderful. Next, we'll go into feet on ladder side facing side bend. So she's going to rotate to this side facing me. She'll place her feet on the ladder according to her height. Sometimes working from the very bottom or the floor is easier for a beginner. But Jack is pretty advanced, so we'll have the outside top leg come to the front. Her feet will be in parallel, one stacked in front of the other. Legs are extended, slight micro bend in the knee. Her hip is at the center of the apex, making sure that she feels that she has a good standing here. Feel good? Okay,
Great.
Beautiful. So again, starting from the floor, if you're more beginner, Jack is gonna do this just fine. We're gonna go ahead and bring our palms to our forehead, allowing a little bit of already flexion in that spine to begin, but she has a neutral pelvis and a neutral spine in the back. And go ahead and flex on over laterally to the side and back to starting. So we want to see her come back to like a central position here. Beautiful. As she comes back up, keeping the palms on the forehead so that she does not strain in that neck. This time, let's come on up and counter stretch over to the side. Beautiful. And one more time over, allowing those obliques to take control. And one more time back. Beautiful. Go ahead and carefully place the hands on the barrel. We'll step our feet back down. Okay, next we're going to go into prone, hands on ladder, lower and lift. So Jack, I'm going to have you come around here. We're going to make sure that we move the ladder barrel to 9 because she is a little bit taller. So I want to make sure she has enough space here to not hit her head on this ladder. So we'll have her walk up on the box, placing her hands on the ladder barrel. She'll place her pelvis at the center or the apex, and then place her hands on the 3rd or 4th rung, depending on how tall or how much inversion she would like to feel. The 3rd looks very good for her. We have a 90 degrees in the elbows. Her pelvis is centered at the top of the apex, the aces, and the pubic symphysis on the other sides. Beautiful. Legs are adducted, hip distance apart, and go ahead and point the toes. Beautiful. When you're ready, go ahead and slowly lower the front portion of your body just slightly. Get a little bit more inversion here, allowing those legs to rise, using the glutes and the hamstrings, pulling the quads ever so slightly off the barrel, and then slowly lower the legs back down. And we'll go again. Exhale with the rise of the legs, squeezing the glutes and hamstrings. The whole back body is making this happen. And then slowly with your inhale, lower it down. Exhale, rising up, squeezing the posterior chain, keeping that shoulder stability so that she is nice and safe. Cervical spine is in line. You can go ahead and step on off here, Jack. Thank you very much. Feet come back down, making sure to keep the knees bent so that she doesn't kind of stuff herself. Beautiful. Okay, and then we're going to go to the short box here for lean. So short box is a seated position. We need to make sure that she is safe on this positioning. So we'll go to a 7, because I believe this would be too far for you. Okay, here's a 7, making sure that that is locked in place. So we're going to go ahead and come up to the barrel. You can walk yourself up from the ladder, placing our feet there. We're going to hook our toes, making sure that you have a stable foundation down below. So plantar flexion, dorsiflexion on those toes back, so that you have a nice hook grounding here in between those 2 rungs. Beautiful. Okay, so most important, short box, we want to make sure that you have a nice neutral spine. You're sitting from the crown all the way up. Beautiful. We're going to start with a